from that, I've met a lot of bait makers and stuff in the community.
They like a sandy spot, maybe near some structure, but they like a depression in the sand.
How do you get into this world?
Honestly, it's the community.
Long Beach has been really good to me. I have been discovering a lot of different places. Another place.
I think some of my best memories aren't with me fishing. It's me helping somebody else.
Oh man, come on down still. You know, we still got time, but this is I think my best location, the most fun. We get more people here. The booths, we got like 56 booths or something like that.
The tackle meet today. So we're at the Marina Shipyard here in Long Beach, California, and I'm ready to enjoy it. We're gonna get
Some fish are legendary, some are sacred, and some will test everything you've got. Across North America, indigenous tribes have fished these waters for centuries, carving traditions, ceremonies, and survival from every catch. Now, we travel deep into their ancestral homelands to uncover stories behind the fish that shape their cultures, and catch some absolute giants along the way. From the raging rivers of the Pacific Northwest to the untouched lakes of the Great Plains, we're hooking into monsters that fed generations and diving headfirst into the traditions that keep them alive today. I'm Robert Jacobo, and this is IndigeFish, Tribal Tales. Are you ready to chase something big?
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of IndigeFish. I'm your host, Robert Jacobo, and guess what, guys? We are at the tackle meet today. So we're at the Marina Shipyard here in Long Beach, California, and I'm ready to enjoy it. We're going to get around, ask everybody questions in the booths, get their expertise, get what their experience is. Some of the questions we're going to be asking are things like, what is your favorite tackle gear to use? Things like, how do I become a better fisherman? But ultimately, guys, there is a plethora of knowledge that's here at Tackle Meet. There is a plethora of gear that's here at Tackle Meet, and we want to know what's going to be able to be best to put us on the fish. So come along with me, guys, because we're going to have a good time. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so we're here at the Waterman's Collective tent, and I'm sitting here with Grant right now. And Grant, man, your guys' tent, first up when I first came in, and it just immediately caught my eye because I was like, what's the Waterman's Collective? And I've just, you introduced me to a lot of your guys and stuff, and it was just like, whoa, this is really cool, man. So tell me a little bit more about the Waterman's Collective and kind of like how you got it started.
So a brief history on the Waterman's Collective. I started rod wrapping in like 2018, 2019. I'm the one that always posts the builder on Instagram when I'm commenting stuff. So I'm the rod builder. And then from that, I've met a lot of bait makers and stuff in the community. And through that process, I realized the fight that they're up against big name brands and stuff like that, hence the collective. We all came together. Let's make a big voice with all of us instead of a bunch of small voices to make a name. And so far, it's worked out phenomenally. Jesse from Loss Prevention Lures was like one of the first bait makers that I started working with, as well as Daniel that was with Dolan Baits down at the other end. And then that started blooming into more and more and more brands. The rod series, I always refer to it as like it's a new friendship. Every time I build a rod, I end up running into these guys on the water, taking them out fishing, stuff like that, running into them, transferring kayaks in and out of the water. And it truly is that way. Every rod is a friendship. So like that's my piece of the pie, but bringing everybody up is what the collective's all about.
That's pretty awesome, man. It's just like this big cooperative in a way, and this mutual agreement. And I love the fact that you're like, every time that I build a rod is a friendship. And it's so cool because I've seen a couple people where they're like, yeah, my buddy built me this rod and stuff, and they're out on the beach and stuff, because I do a lot of shore fishing there in Redondo. And just seeing people when they get that brand new rod, just their eyes just light up, man. It's like a whole different world for them once they have something that's custom made for them, fit for them, and stuff like that. So as far as you fishing, how long have you been involved in rod making and rod wrapping, fishing in general? Like, how long has it been in your life?
So I grew up doing a lot of outdoor stuff. I was hunting and fishing at a pretty young age. As far as fishing goes, I started taking it really serious after high school. Going to City College, you got a lot of time off. So me and a bunch of buddies started shore pounding in and around this specific area, Alamitos Harbor and stuff. Grew up in Long Beach. naturally found out about spotted bay bass, sand bass, calico bass, and fell in love with the fishery. And ever since about 2012, 2013 time, it's been every opportunity that I have to be on a dock, in a kayak, on a float tube, I'm out there chasing them. So
Heck yeah, man. And that just goes for anybody. I have to say that, like, the more time that I put on, being on the water, like, has been able to teach me so much more than just, the occasional fisherman that goes out, I'm going to go to the lake this weekend or something like that. It's like, no, when you're fishing every single day, it's a completely different game, completely different story. And on top of that, what I've found is that there's so many people that are willing to be just collaborative and supportive. Has it been the same for you?
yeah, 100%. There's actually this year, Salty Bastards Clothing started doing this kayak meetup about 6 months ago. We meet at various harbors up and down the coast. Some of the events were anywhere from 30 to 50 kayakers. One thing that's super cool is pulling up to that and seeing like every kayak has a stick that I built, going back to the friendship thing. Another thing is that a lot of them are the small-time bait makers. So talking to guys like Manifest, Loss Prevention, Fish RX, Deadsman Fishing, they all have unique techniques and tactics. And going in that environment and learning that with them, where they can teach you to use their bait, it makes you a better angler. And the community vibe in Southern California specifically is insane. It's so cool how everybody's willing to network and stuff.
Yeah, that is really cool. And I like how you told me, as I'm looking right over here, we see Ronnie from Lifelike Plastics, and I'm just like, when you do get to meet the manufacturer of those baits and those lures, they teach you how to use them. They teach you, the ins and outs, like where to fish them, how to fish them, whether you're going to use them on a dropper loop or a Carolina rig or anything like that. And it's like you get that opportunity to do that here at Tacklemeet. And like you were saying too, the community here in Southern California is crazy. Like, it's just so cool and collaborative. I honestly couldn't ask for any more from this community.
No, 100%. Everybody here is super supportive of everything, whether you're just starting out or you're an advanced angler or anywhere in between. They're willing to help out. I've seen guys bring up extra kayaks for those meetups, and people that have never gotten to go out on a kayak, they're getting their first experience of that.
Nice.
2 kayak meetups later, they're showing up with their own, hanging out with everybody. So it's rad. It's cool to see that.
That's cool, man. And so with all the experience that you do have, what's your go-to in the tackle box?
Go-to in the tackle box, if we're targeting spotted bay bass, which is my favorite bass to target here in the salt, I'm going to be throwing a Loss Prevention 3/4 ounce or 1 ounce jig head in my home harbor, Huntington Harbor, deep water structure, 30 to 40 feet, center channel. I'm going to pair it with a Lifelike Plastics paddle tail or fluke. Or if the current's kind of starting to slack off, I want something with a little bit bigger of a thump, I'll throw the Dead Man's Fishing paddle tail. It's got more plastic back there, a lot slower of a kick, a deeper vibrations thrown in the water that way. So that's kind of the go-to. I love swim bait fishing. So
Dude, that's awesome, man. I love the detail that you gave to it too, as far as what to use and where you're getting the gear from. Loss Prevention, Lifelike Plastics, Deadman Fishing Co. Different stuff like that, and just goes once again to show the collaboration that you have as far as the Watermen's Collective and stuff, man. It's so cool. But if anything, what would you like to say to the next generation of anglers that are coming up, that are looking up to you, man?
Next generation of anglers, man, there's a lot. I live in Huntington, so I see all the e-bike kids riding around with their rods in their backpacks. I've pulled over, throw baits at them out the car on my way home from work in the past and stuff like that. And it's cool to see that. Like my generation, we did the biking thing, but we'd hang out at skate parks and get into bad activities. These kids are just hitting the harbors and stuff. Don't piss off the Marine Patrol, because you're making it hard on us too. But keep it up. It's cool seeing all the Groms doing this stuff, because a lot of the times you get led down the wrong avenues, and there's nothing wrong with doing this. Look at it. You're hanging out with a bunch of buddies in a positive environment, and it might become a career for you. Seriously.
Right. Right, and you're serious. I mean, like, it can become a career for you. And honestly, Grant, guys like yourself, I mean, I really appreciate that you're getting out here, you're making it happen, you're throwing baits at the kids on the way home and stuff like that, inspiring the next generation. Just kind of go down that path that's going to lead you to being able to fish for yourself and not always being fed that fish every single day, right? Being able to be feeding yourself for the lifetime. So, if anything, Grant, where can they find you online?
So the easiest place to get in contact with us is through social media, either the Watermen's Collective Instagram page, Loss Prevention, any of the other bait brands that we work with. We all got Instagrams. We have watermenscollective.com. Unfortunately, it's super hard to keep in stock, which is a great problem. If you're looking to purchase products, we've got seal Beach Bait and Tackle down off of Steel Beach Boulevard, and PCH Stock and Loss Prevention Lures. Or if you're looking to pick something up in person from us, we go to all the tackle meets here in the Orange County and LA area. And Jesse's constantly making exclusive colors. So that's kind of the place to get the exclusive colorways.
Cool.
So.
Hey, man. Well, thank you again for having the interview, man. I really appreciate it. I love the Waterman's Collective. And guys, make sure you get out to the next tackle meet. That's going to be in October as well as November. And make sure you guys come and see Grant, Jesse, I believe it was Anthony, right? Anthony. You guys, there's tons of people here, tons of knowledge here. And you know what? We're having a blast. So anyways, guys, take care. And once again, keep those lines wet. All right, guys. So I'm here with Jesse. Jesse, you're part of the Watermen's Collective as well as a whole bunch of other people that are in the group as well. But more importantly, you deal with loss prevention lures. That's your brand, right?
Yep.
And
yeah,
so tell us a little bit more about that.
So this is a handmade jig here in the U.S. I actually designed these for myself, and then I had some friends reach out and like, hey, let me get some of those, you know, and then a couple more people, hey, let me get some of those. It kind of just snowballed into a company, a brand. But yeah, I do everything: cast the lead, powder coat, eyeballs, hand-tied skirt, and mine's got a twist lock in there, so it's all weedless with no weed guards. Comes through structure really good, and yeah, it's kind of cool to see other people out there catching fish on something that I just, you know, kind of came out of my head, you know, as an idea, and
right
now it's a thing. So
that's the coolest thing too, because like it came out of your head. It's something that just, it was a thought, right?
Yeah.
And then now you're actually putting people on fish.
Yeah.
You're getting them to be able to bring stuff home, and more importantly, for those guys that are doing it for like sustenance, for food,
Yeah.
they're able to take your stuff out there
Yeah.
and get themselves a meal.
Yeah. I caught my PB halibut on my bait. It was 30 pounds. Best fish I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
Most rewarding fish for sure.
Right. And
You know?
when you catch it yourself, definitely one of the most rewarding things that you can do.
But then to see other people out there sticking their PBs and sticking fish on something that I made, that I had in my hands, you know, and it's cool. It's I live through them for the most part. I spend most of my time making these things, so they're out there
Nice.
fishing when I'm building, you know.
That's
But
so cool, man. And so when it comes to halibut, because guess what, man, I just had a dream last night, and it was hilarious because I walked up to Lindsay here and I'm like, babe, I had the best dream ever. I saw halibut and I was able to track him down. Like, it was
That's
hilarious.
cool.
So as far as halibut goes, because I still yet to catch my first halibut, right?
Okay.
So what is the number one piece of tackle equipment that I probably should be using in order to really kind of lure those halibut in?
Are you fishing offshore or are you fishing the bay?
Fishing like from the surf. Yeah.
Oh, the surf.
Yeah, usually the surf, or like what I was thinking about trying is right here off of Juniper Rio,
Okay.
Long Beach.
Yep.
And kind of seeing from there.
So what I've learned is that they really like a depression. They like a sandy spot, maybe near some structure, but they like a depression in the sand.
Okay.
So if there's like a good swell and it makes that kind of ripple in the sand where it's a little bit deeper trough, they're gonna sit in there, and they're gonna school in there too. And then surf, I think probably the best producing bait's gonna be a Lucky Craft SP Minnow.
Okay.
That, for what I can tell, is what they want to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people catching them on all kinds of stuff out there, but that one's probably the most productive.
Any particular color?
Anything like sardine or smelt or chovy colored, something that matches our natural bait fish, because that's what they're in there eating.
Right. Okay, cool. And so also too, one of my biggest things is for young anglers, guys that are coming up too, that are just starting, what's a piece of advice that you'd have to give those guys?
Keep casting and keep moving. You know, don't stay in one spot. Definitely look for what you would think would be a good hiding place for them, because they're an ambush predator.
Okay.
So they're going to be near structure. They're going to want to have somewhere to hide if there is a predator bigger than them.
Yeah.
And that's where they're going to go, is that structure. So they're either going to use it to hunt a bait fish, or they're going to use it to hide from a bigger fish.
Okay, perfect. So there you guys have it. We got Jesse from Loss Prevention Lures. He's making it happen out there, guys. He's literally in the shop. When people are out there fishing, he's in the shop making it happen, so that way they can get out there and catch their personal best. Jesse, thank you for being a part of this,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you for being a part of the
Appreciate
Waterman
it.
Collective.
Yeah, thank you.
And you know what? Let's move over here really quick. We're going to actually jump in to talking with Dylan. Now, Dylan, you're part of the Waterman Collective too, man. And I want to know more about your experience and kind of like where you're coming from as well.
Right. So first I was just a customer. I met Jesse and Grant at something like one of these at Tacklemeet, and it was like instantly like, realized like these guys are awesome. It wasn't like just their baits were good, but like the team behind them, like the people who are making these baits in this company, like they're all good people too. And it's just like we just kind of clicked. I love the baits that they make. The rods are very good too, and it was like, I was like, I gotta be part of this team. So
Yeah.
I asked one day, like, really respectfully, like, I love what you guys do, and they saw what I was doing, and they liked what I was doing, and now we linked up, and it's just been great. Like these people are amazing, and it's awesome to be part of the team now.
Yeah. So really quick, as an experienced fisherman yourself, like how was it kind of growing into this stuff, right? Like for somebody that's just starting out, how do you get to where you're at right now?
Right. I started off not knowing a single thing. I had friends that were into fishing, and I was very fortunate enough. They got my toes wet, and from there on, it was kind of like an addiction. I don't know.
Yeah.
You catch that one fish, and you want to just keep going. But for me, at first, it was just going to tackle shops and talking to the people, and if you're new to this, it's easy to get into. People like helping in this community. It's great.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I've noticed too a lot when it comes to the fishing community is that people love to help out. People love to be able to put you on fish, especially because, and it's funny, man, because I see this meme all the time where it's like Voldemort from Harry Potter, and it's like you put your friend on his first fish, and then it's like from this point on, you listen to me.
Right.
It's always funny that way. But people are definitely more than willing to help you out, show you the gear to use, put you on fish and stuff like that.
Right.
And so as far as your select piece of gear that you like to use, what's the number one piece of gear in your tackle box that you use?
Number one piece of gear that I use. Fishing line.
Fishing line.
Yeah. It's odd, but I think having fishing line is super important. I'm throwing fluorocarbon, and I don't know. I think having fishing line is really important. It's underrated, but some people, you go out fishing and maybe you get spooled by a big fish and you got to go home. But
Yeah.
I think fishing line's probably what I'll go with.
Yeah, definitely fishing line. I mean, jumping in there, fluorocarbon, monofilaments, just understanding that fishing line too. I'd have to say one of the big things for me when it comes to fishing line is understanding, what you are casting, because it could play a big role. Like if I have 20-pound line, I'm trying to throw, a spinner, like it's just not going to work. It's not going to go anywhere. Right. So I have to lighten up my line and stuff. So understanding that line, that's a huge one, man. That's something that a lot of people don't really jump to right away. So thank you for that, man. So if anything too, I always like to look at like these guys, like the younger generation and stuff, the guys that are coming up.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to the generation that's coming up? Maybe they're nervous. Maybe they're just kind of like questioning whether they should jump in or not. But what would you say to those guys?
Honestly, just get out there. Just try. Even if you don't know what you're doing, just getting out on the water, and even just being out on the water and not fishing, you can learn a lot, right? And also, don't be afraid to ask questions. Instagram's real big. Social media. There's a lot of people you can run into. You go on the pier, you fish from the shore. You go on a boat for the first time. There's gonna be people there are gonna be willing to help. No problem, right?
Yeah. Well, Dylan, thank you so much, man. I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you're a part of the Waterman Collective, man. Glad that you're able to drop some knowledge on these guys. And so, man, I just want to wish you a better, great rest of your day. And thank you for being here, man.
Appreciate it.
All right. All right, guys. Now I'm here with Anthony. He's another member of the part of the Waterman's Collective. And man, you got some great swim baits that I'm looking at right here. I definitely want to learn more about your story, Anthony. So tell me what you got here, and then also too, where did it all start, man?
Honestly, it started off watching these guys out there fishing every day, and honestly, I needed something to do around the house. My girl was getting tired of me hanging out at the house, so she kind of gave me the boot, and I found these guys, and honestly, it's the best community I've ever been into. Yeah, I've been in different communities from, detailing and stuff, and nothing really hugs the community the way these guys do. And these guys, they kind of showed me the ropes, and little by little I started getting into it. So these started making these at first. Then I started making these beaver paddle tails
Nice.
or craws. And then now I got my own slugs in 6-inch and 4-inch with the Dead Man's Fishing Company. And now I got on Monday dropping the new Dead Man's Crawl. I don't have any on me right now, but Monday, stay tuned. They will be dropping.
Nice, man. And so how often are you getting out there and fishing with these guys and kind of like testing the product and everything like that? Because as a business owner yourself, I figure you're probably testing a lot of this stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm testing. I'm going out there short pounding at least once or twice a week, but I have a little 13-foot skiff and I'm out there 3 days out of the week.
Nice.
If not during the night, but I find that room to kind of go out there and test colors before we launch it out to the people, because I don't want to give people, average colors. I want to give them something that I know is going to stick and land a fish.
And so how long have you been really kind of fishing, like die-hard fishing?
Competitive fishing, like how these boys are, little under a year. But I've been fishing since I was a kid, and it was only pure stuff. You get the sabiki, throw some squid on there, and that was it. You wait for the tip to kind of bounce off, and you got yourself a fish. But competitive like these boys, and they're showing me, a little under a year, and it's not stopping.
That's awesome, man. So really quick, aside from your own gear, right, or even in your own gear, what's the one piece of fishing tackle that you have in your box that you're like, if I'm having a bad day, that's my go-to?
Honestly, it's recently I won a rod from Waterman's, collabed with Lake Dub, and it was called the Pee-Pee. And it's a fun little stick to throw around, dude. It's around 5 foot. I landed my first legal halibut on there, and it was awesome. Other than that, I would say my personal rod that Grant wrapped for me.
Okay, nice. So you're going for the rod when it comes to your tackle and stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. So, and also too, being that you've been in it for a little over a year now, right? Kind of the question that I have for you is, how do you get into the competitive side of fishing? How do you get into this world?
Honestly, it's the community. I've ran into some people where they kind of, hey, I go fishing over here and there's no fish right there. And then you have some good teachers and good people that are willing to show you and share you their spots to kind of land that first big fish. And it just kind of turns into like a drug. It hooks you and you keep on going. You're chasing the 17, now you're chasing the 18, the 20, and the heavier ones. And it's just like a drug. It gets you, and unfortunately, it belongs to my wallet now.
All right, so Anthony, tell me a little bit more about the company itself.
Well, it's Dead Man's Fishing Co. We do paddle tails from these beaver crawls to these slugs, and also, believe it or not, we do a lot of stash and dashes. I try to do as much as I can to help out for the kids that don't have a lot of money. Grown people, I understand everybody's going through their struggles, but I do it for people that don't have money. So, stay tuned. I go all the way from Orange County to all the way up to Ventura. So
Okay. And so what is a stash and dash, really quick? I know you jumped on it a little bit, but what is it exactly?
Well, every month or every single time I'm gonna do a stash and dash, I do my personal favorite colors and other people's, some of my buddies that prefer these certain colors. Throw them inside of a bag. It's a mystery, and we'll go and stash it somewhere. I'll put a time slot, location, and hope for the best for somebody to go and find them.
That's pretty awesome, man. And so where do they find that information? Do they find that like on your social media or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll definitely post it on my social media. It'll be on the story. Sometimes I'll make a post, but I'll just put it on the story. So mainly the people that are following me, they get that edge on other people that can see, okay, he's going to post it this date. He's shooting for Sunday or whatnot. They have his time.
And so, yeah, what's your Instagram? What's the way that people can follow you or follow the business?
They can find us on Instagram at Dead Man's Fishing Co. We're on there. Send us a message. We got some new hats coming out soon as well.
Okay, perfect. So you guys heard it here with Anthony, Dead Man Fishing Co. He's going to be doing all kinds of stash and dashes. And so get yourselves out there, follow him on social media, because if you guys can't get out here and just buy the gear yourselves, you have a great opportunity with guys like Anthony and Dead Man Fishing Co. to be able to actually find fishing gear out in the wild, and get yourself some new cool stuff. So anyways, Anthony, once again, man, thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for starting a company like Dead Man Fishing Co. and keep on rolling, brother.
Right on. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. gentlemen, I'm here at Tacklemeet, and I'm here with a very special individual, Feline from Fishing with Feline. And guys, like, to be honest, I'm super starstruck right now. I know she might not feel that way, but I'm like sitting here like, I've been watching your videos, I've been watching your stuff, trying to learn how to catch a halibut, because I watched this girl just slay them all day on her channel. So, Feline, as a female angler, somebody that's involved in the fishing community, someone that's involved in social media, I mean, tell me, what's it like being on your journey so far?
I feel like it's been great. Everybody has been very accepting and very kind, which was actually very different from when I started. Because, before I knew like much people in the fishing industry, I was very intimidated to even get into it. And then I do have to shout out to Fishing with Sway, because she's the one that kind of got like a girl group together. And then that's how I kind of met other anglers, other female anglers. And then that's kind of how I really got into fishing, like deeper.
That's pretty awesome. And I actually watch Sway's channel a lot too. And I see, off the Topaz Jetty or off the jetties there near
She catches
Redondo.
everything.
Yeah, it's like this girl is a monster when it comes to just slaying these different, especially over there, I think at Marina Del Rey, up
Yes,
the docks.
the docks, yeah.
I mean, she's just killing it. So as far as being a female angler, as far as being a part of that community, what's something that you would have to say to other female anglers or other women that are just looking to get started in general?
I would say just do it. Like, don't be intimidated by the boys. They are actually very nice once, you are open to actually talking to them. Like, I was very shy at the beginning, but I don't know, I guess because just I started doing YouTube, I started talking to a lot of people, so I got more confident in talking to people. Still a little shy, but yeah, just get out there. Don't be intimidated. Talk to people. You'd be surprised on how welcoming a lot of people are. So.
Yeah, and honestly, like she said, tons of people are very, very welcoming. I mean, there's a plethora of knowledge here at Tacklemeet, and not only that, but just anglers that you'll meet on the beaches. People will just walk up to you, and it's always nice too when you just start to get those anglers that are just walking past you, and they're like, "Hey, did you catch anything today?"
That's kind of me. I'm so nosy. I'm one of those people that will walk by. If you have a fishing pole in your hand, I will literally ask like, "What'd you catch? What are you throwing?"
What are you throwing? What'd you catch? What bait are you using?
Exactly.
Like, I'm trying to figure out the downloads for the day because I'm like,
me too.
I gotta catch something. I can't walk home empty-handed. So, but yeah, I mean, like, and where do you primarily fish? I know everybody's got their spots and stuff like that, and we don't want to necessarily give up too much of the secret, but at the same time, where are the places that you find yourself the most lucky?
I usually say Long Beach just because I fish there a lot, because it is kind of the closest ocean to where I'm from.
Okay.
Because I do like have to drive pretty far, but Long Beach has been really good to me. I have been discovering a lot of different places. Another place, so I would say Huntington is also very good, especially if you're looking for barred surf perch, because you really don't find perches down here like in the harbor area, like Long Beach, or I think Seal is also part of the harbor, right?
Yeah. I think I've
behind the
only
break wall.
caught one black surf perch the
really?
entire time I've been out here. Yeah, and that was in Redondo, but it was like really, really close to the rocks. Like, it was just
okay.
You know what I catch more of that's kind of like a relative of the perch is opal eyes.
Oh, okay.
What
Yes.
I catch a lot of.
Yeah. I feel like anything behind, because you know how Long Beach is, what are the cities behind that break wall, the big break wall? It's mostly just Long Beach and a little bit of
Long
Seal,
Beach,
right?
Seal Beach. I think you have like a little bit of Belmont Shores and stuff like that that's kind of around that area.
I feel like because we're behind that break wall, there's not much of like slow rolling waves where the perches will actually come in and feed. So I think we get more halibut because the harbor is very closed off, so it's more calmer water. So it's kind of what halibut like. So I think that's why Long Beach gets so good with halibut. So if you want perch,
that's a good tip.
If you want perch, go to somewhere where there's no break wall and there's actually like rolling waves.
Okay. All right. And so what would you say, especially, being that you're so into it, you're getting out there every weekend and stuff, what's the number one piece of tackle gear that you go to? Whether or not you're having a great day or a bad day, it's the one piece of gear that you're like, I can count on that one.
It really depends on different locations. If it's
say you're here in Long Beach.
Long Beach, Gulp minnows. In Gulp we trust.
In Gulp we trust. I love that. I
always say that as a joke.
Well, no, I mean, and not only that, but they have a good like sealed pack. Like, I actually like their packaging a little bit.
I would still say put it in a Ziploc bag, because I have sealed it up, and then if it lays sideways, it will still leak out.
Really?
Yeah, so always lay it upright, even though you feel like you like double or triple like press on that thing.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you heard it here with Feline. She's laying it out straight. I mean, like, make sure that because you don't want that fish oil and stuff like that all over your gear. That's true. So Gulp Minnows and Gulp We Trust here in Long Beach. And then also too, once again, not only for the female anglers, but for any young anglers, any anglers that are just getting started, what's something that you have to say to them as far as some inspiring or motivational words or something like that?
Just getting out there. Yeah, whether you're scared, whether you don't know what to do, getting out there, time on the water, and getting that experience, like that's worth more than anything. So.
Right. Perfect. So you guys heard it from Feline. Get out there, get the lines wet. Don't be intimidated. Especially don't be intimidated by the boys. We're all out here to share that knowledge.
Definitely.
And on top of that, I hope that we one of these days get to go fishing together. So that would be really fun. But guys, Gulp Minnows and Gulp We Trust, especially if you're down here in Long Beach fishing for some halibut. But thank you, Feline. I really appreciate you being out here today. And I can't wait to see some more of your videos. And by the way, where can people find you as far as on your social media game? Like, where is it that they can come and see your videos?
You can find me on Instagram or TikTok with Fishing with Feline, or my YouTube channel, Fishing with Feline. Super simple.
And guys, she keeps it super simple. She shows you what she's fishing for. She shows you her gear. She shows you the fish. She even measures it for you just to show you that it's the legal size. Like, she's got it down. So make sure that you're getting out there and visiting her channel, because it is definitely one to watch. So thank you again, Feline. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here at Tacklemeet again with Anthony from Fish Hard Clothing. And guys, it is amazing. We got all kinds of stuff here. Not only that, but he's working with his company as far as being a top of the line sponsor here at Tacklemeet. But Anthony, I want to learn more about Fish Hard Clothing. I want to learn more about the company. So tell us, man, tell us what the story is.
Well, the story is I've been fishing pretty much my whole life, and I wanted to do more other than fishing. And something that I always been passionate about is just like the clothes I'm wearing. So I decided to start Fish Hard Clothing, and t-shirts, hoodies, jackets, hats, beanies, all that good stuff. And even then, I wanted to do more, so I started chartering boats. So I do about 10 charters a year, mostly at a 22nd Street landing, aboard the Pride and the Ghost. You can check us out at my website, fishhardclothing.com, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. We're on there. You just Google our name, we'll pop up, and yeah, that's what we offer.
Nice, man. So you've been fishing your whole life,
Yes.
pretty much. Okay, so with that in mind, you got a plethora of knowledge, but there's always those days, where we're just not doing that great on the water, right? It goes without saying, it's going to happen. So what is that one piece of tackle equipment that you got in the box that you're like, that's my go-to? If I'm having a bad day, I'm going to go to it.
Ooh, that's a good question. Sometimes, you gotta, if you're using lures, something that creates a reaction strike, that triggers a fish to want to bite when they're not really hungry to bite. Whether it be a slow pitch jig, a hookup bait, type bait, tube bait, something like that, that's gonna like switch a certain way to create a fish to bite. That works only for some species. Other things, it would just be like using live bait. Sometimes that's the best way to go. If you're shore fishing, using live smelt, making sure you have sardines on the boat. Even if you go targeting big game, try to get yourself some frozen flying fish and put that under a kite. The real thing, you can't always, can't beat that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's one of the best fishing stories that you have that you could tell in a few minutes? But like, ultimately, I want to know what like your best fishing memory is.
Oh, that's a great question. I have so many. I think some of my best memories aren't with me fishing. It's me helping somebody else catch that dream fish. Whether it's helping them out with the rigging, explaining them how to catch a white sea bass or a tuna or halibut, and then seeing them catch their first legal halibut, catch their first white sea bass or big tuna. To me, that's like, it just melts my heart. Like I love it, It's to help other people. It's not necessarily with me. I've caught thousands of fish, but seeing somebody who has a goal, who's a dream to catch their first legal halibut ever and to help make it happen, it's so satisfying.
That's pretty cool, and I really love the fishing community here, especially here at Tacklemeet. Everybody seems so genuine, so open, so willing to be a part of community, and it's so really cool to see, especially when you get to see everybody at these meetups, and everybody's just like, hey, let me transfer my knowledge to you and stuff like that. So with that being in mind, what is something that you have to say to the next generation of anglers that are coming up, or even those guys that are looking at all this stuff, are interested, but just don't know where to start? What would you have to say to those guys?
Don't know where to start, interested? There's so much resources out today compared to when I first started. I learned to fish when I was a kid going to the library, because there was no internet at the time. I didn't know anybody else that fished. There's so much information out there now. Start with YouTube. Hey, how to catch trout, how to catch tuna, how to fly line, the information is like that, it's available. From there, coming out to like Tacklemeet, PCS show, and just talking to people, getting some first-hand experience, stories, going on trips, and just trying it out like firsthand. Time on the water is important. Absorb all the information you can, like from YouTube, from talking to people. Go out there, put your time on the water.
Nice. So you guys heard it right here with Anthony. Time on the water is definitely important. Come out here, get all the information that you can, hit up YouTube, check out the channels that are telling you how to surf fish, how to fish for certain species, how to use certain lures. All that information is out there. You don't have to go to the library. No. If you do, you still can. They're still out there, but you can get all that information right there online. Make sure you guys, once again, Anthony, tell these guys where they can find you online.
Fishhardclothing.com, or you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, fishhard_clothing, and just Google it. You'll find us.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you out there.
Thank you.
All right, guys, welcome to another one of our booths here. We got Toxic Baits, and I'm sitting here with Caesar, and these things are beautiful. Check these lures out. I mean, these things are awesome. I mean, I can only imagine that the swim action on these things is really great. So, Caesar, if anything, man, I want to know more about the story. How'd you guys get started? Where did Toxic Baits come from for the most part? And just a little bit about yourself and your company.
So Toxic Baits started in Northern California, and I've been doing this full time for probably 8 years now. But I've been building baits for 15 years probably. And they're just handmade swim baits that I made up there for largemouth bass. Last year I moved to Long Beach after coming down here like once a month to fish and hang out and do shows. And so I moved down here, and now I've been using all the stuff in the saltwater. So we make a whole bunch of handmade swim baits. These are some soft plastics we've been using in fresh and salt water for all the bass or rock cod in both sides. And these are some ABS swim baits that we have made overseas. So we have the full gamut, and we got our support stuff like t-shirts and bottles. So we do community events. We had an art show last year in the fall out here in Long Beach. And, we have kind of shows like this sometimes too. So.
Okay. And so really quick, what's the go-to bait for you?
The go-to bait for me?
Yeah.
Right now, currently, is probably this or my Little Smoky tailspin. I sold out today, but I have a little tailspin called Little Smoky. That's been my go-to lure.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you sell them online as well?
You could find my stuff online. You could Google Toxic Baits. I come up on all the platforms, but also your local retailer. Performance Tackle, Los Alamitos, Tackle Express up Santa Clarita, and everywhere from San Diego up to Northern California, I have retailers available. So that would be a great place to find Toxic Baits, is in a retail location near you.
Okay, perfect, man. And then also too, just wanted to ask you a question. As far as any aspiring anglers that are coming out, right, what do you have to say to those guys that are just getting started?
Just have fun and don't compare yourself to other people you see on internet and their success. A lot of guys that have a ton of success online fish every day, or maybe they come from a more affluent background than you do and they can afford to not work or something. So just go out and have fun and don't get caught up in trying to catch more or bigger fish than other people. Just enjoy the sport.
Perfect, man. Thank you so much. Really quick, where can people find you online if they want to follow you?
Like I said, toxicbaits.com on all the platforms, or toxicbaits.com, Toxic Baits on all the platforms. If you put it in, you'll see I pop up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Caesar. Thank you for coming out to Tackle Meet, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with SoCal Anglers Hunt with Robert. I'm Robert as well, so it's an easy name to remember. But Robert, I just wanted to ask you kind of what is this? You know, how'd you guys get started? I know you were telling me that you hit a golden ticket earlier during the event and stuff, interacting with the crowd, with the youth especially.
Yes, especially the youth.
But just wanted to learn a little bit more about your company and what you guys do.
So right now we're just kind of starting out. I've been buying and selling and trading for quite a few years now. But as far as the Instagram goes, I would hide a golden ticket. Because it's a reel and a rod and stuff like that, I wanted to do a ticket. I couldn't hide a reel and a rod because you never know who's going to find it. So hid that. One of the kids found it. It was actually a young lady found it. We gave her a rod, a reel, and a gift card to Turner's. So a full setup.
That's pretty awesome.
It was excellent. It was great.
That's awesome. And so you've been doing this for years. You were saying, how did you get started in doing something like this?
Honestly, just hitting OfferUp and hitting basically any venue like Craigslist. What else? Just finding good deals, you know? Yeah, that's pretty much how I did it.
And so do you fish often, or is it mostly
actually,
the
I'm
retail
part of a
game?
fishing club with my buddy Mario right here.
Okay.
And we go out once a month. I don't go out once a month, but, you know, try to get out as much as possible.
Nice, man. Well, if anything,
We're big tuna guys.
I was going to say, what's the shout out to the fishing club you guys got?
So it's Saltwater Anglers Club. So, sorry, Inland Saltwater Anglers Club.
Inland Saltwater English Club. That's pretty cool, man. And you're saying that you guys are big tuna guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's your best tuna story that you got so far?
Probably close to 200 pounder this year.
Nice.
Yeah, I caught about around close to 200. It was on the Tribute. So yeah, it was on the Tribute. It was a nice little, 200-pound fish. So.
It's a nice little 200-pound fish, something just about my size. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, it was a good. It was fun.
All right, man. Well, if anything,
my first tuna too.
That's your first tuna? It was 200 pounds?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
It kind of ruined it.
I was gonna say, man, because now you're gonna go out there and you're like, I want a 200-pound tuna.
Yeah.
What'd you end up catching it on?
I actually caught it on a Seeker Koa with an accurate reel, like an arrow.
Okay.
I was jigging one of these tungsten jigs.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so for tuna, along with the tungsten jigs, what's your go-to? You would say in your tackle box when you're like, I got to do a top water, or I got to do a iron, or
fish?
Yeah.
Yellowtail, I love to throw the irons. So love throwing Tatty 45s.
Okay.
If I'm gonna go nighttime, I'm gonna use tungsten, particularly right now. If not, maybe like a mustad rip roller.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool, man. Well, if anything, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at SoCal Anglers Hunt or YouTube. Same thing.
Nice, man.
Handle the same.
Well, Robert, I really appreciate it, brother. And guys, make sure that you get out there, check out SoCal Anglers Hunt, and be looking out for that next time for that golden ticket.
What's up, guys?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with Brandon over here at Something Fishy. Now, Something's Fishy, right? Something's Fishy. Now, he's got a plethora of products. We got the Something's Fishy. We have the bug repellent, Something's Bugging. We got the flip-flops. We got the fillet knives. Brandon, you're doing it all, man.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to fill the void.
Trying to fill the void.
I see stuff and I like it. And I'm like, oh, cool. If I like it, someone else will like it. Add it to the list.
Right.
Turning into my own corner shop.
That works. That works because especially we're here at a place like Tacklemeet where, it's like you get to see a plethora of things that are out there from, weights to Something's Fishy, Something's Bugging, like to rods, reels, all kinds of different stuff. So why not be the one-stop shop?
Exactly.
And not only that, but this product is amazing. I have to say, when I saw you actually use it as deodorant that one time, I was like blown away that your arms didn't fall off.
Right.
So Brandon is still here. He's still here. He's still kicking. But ultimately, guys, I want to ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking everybody this question. What's your go-to in the tackle box?
Really depends on what I'm fishing for, man. So.
What's your go-to lately?
All right. So lately I've been going for tuna. They've been kind of finicky. I've been doing like circle hooks, like number 2 to 2/0, somewhere in there. Maybe a 4 if they're really not biting. toss out a good swimming bait and make sure it gets away from the boat. And hold on for dear life when you get that nice bite.
Nice,
And
man.
bring it in.
Nice. Have you landed anything lately?
Yeah, I was out about a month ago, and we got a couple of nice little fun size, like 40, 45 pounders, 30 pounders. We have a 2-day going out on the El Dorado at the end of the month on October 23rd through the 25th. I believe we still have some spots available, so contact the landing over at Long Beach Sport Fishing.
Okay.
And I believe it's $650 for a 2-day. And then not including meals.
Okay.
And we're going to be doing freelance. We're going for tuna, yellowtail, halibut, whatever's biting. Maybe end up with some rockfish on the way home. Fill the freezers.
Yeah.
Call it a day. And then a week later, I'm going up out of Morro Bay on the Black Pearl. We have a reverse day and a half trip, so we get 2 days worth of limits. And so that'll be a fun trip.
That'll be a really fun trip.
And that's $465 meals included, and we still got spots. So if you want a spot on there, go check them out on Black Pearl sportfishing.com, I believe.
Okay. And if anything, you can always check that stuff out on Google, right? Black Pearl Sports
or
Fishing.
Shoot me a message on any of my social media at Something's Fishy 2020.
Perfect. Something's Fishy 2020. That's on all social media platforms,
all
right?
social media.
All right, perfect. And then you guys, if you're at Tacklemeet, make sure that you're picking up some of this stuff. Something's fishy, something's bugging. This stuff does work. Check this out. I actually use this and the squid smell gone. The other day, I had this in my bag. Used this. I was in Parker, Arizona, and the mosquitoes were real out there. Literally, they were like biting my legs and stuff. As soon as I put this on, done. Didn't feel anything. Didn't have anything going on as far as bugs or anything like that.
Didn't even hear them.
Like
they just literally kept a wide berth of you. Trust me.
It was as good of an insect repellent as I was at repelling ladies when I was in junior high. That's how good it was. So, if anything, make sure you guys get out here, talk to Brandon. He's got a plethora of knowledge, and not only that, he's got a great product. So make sure you guys see him.
Order yours today, somethingsfishy.net.
There we go. All right, guys. We'll see you soon. All right. So here at Tacklemeet, I'm here with the No Knot team. And guys, I got to say, your product is pretty amazing. I mean, literally, I was talking with Evan and Jake at the last Tacklemeet over there in Costa Mesa. And it was like really cool to see the product. And I was like, look at this. It doesn't even move. Like, there's nothing that I have to worry about. It's not moving anywhere, right? And then I was like, but let me go test it out, right? Because I fish every day. So then I took it out there, and it was the 30-pound model, right? So the 10 to 30. And it was so cool because I didn't have to do any knots whatsoever. I literally had my main line. The longest part of my whole rigging process was getting my line through the eyelets. And then after that, it was just clip 1, clip 2, clip 3, get it out. And it was so cool to see. And what was really cool was I caught a round ray and a shovel-nosed sand shark on the same rig. They did not move at all.
Yeah.
And I had a 6-ounce torpedo sinker on the bottom, did not move. And it was just like, to see that happen and to know that I didn't have to tie any knots whatsoever, like, was really cool. So tell me, guys, how is it knowing that you have a product that not only works, but is just changing the game, changing the industry as a whole?
Oh, it's amazing that we can impact fishing and the fishing community in such a great way. We're really here to make fishing more accessible to all people. Even if you know how to tie your own rigs, I use them every time I go out because they're just easier to use. And you get snagged on something with someone else, you can just unclip it, fix it up, send it back out. Super quick, super simple.
Right, and that was the other thing too. I noticed I had a snag in my line. I was able to unclip it, work the snag out real quick, clip it back, get it back out there.
Yeah.
And so, Jason, really quick, what's your experience been like with No Knot?
My experience has been amazing. It just makes fishing easier. So less time tying knots, more time fishing. So you're just getting more action out there. So I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then Jake, Evan, it's been about a couple of weeks since I saw you guys last time. Have you guys caught anything else? I know that you were working on a prototype, but what have you guys been catching out there?
So I think our most recent trip measured a lot of success in the new product that we're developing. We can't really say exactly what it is yet, but it's more leaning towards live bait and catering towards live bait. So just better movement in the live bait and solving some issues that you tend to have with rigging up live bait and casting live bait with the live bait falling off. So we're gonna do some more product testing and try to figure out some IP stuff with that, and then we'll be ready to present it to you guys.
Nice. And Jake, any more leopard sharks that are out there for you guys?
Hopefully. I mean, they're out there. We just got to get them. So, in the near future.
Nice. And it was Apostus, right? Apostolus. Apostolus, what's your experience been like with No Knot?
Oh my God, it's great. We just went out for recent fishing, and it was like every time we threw it out, we caught something. It was just so easy. You save time, less hassle. It's just been great. I'm so pumped for this. I love it.
Nice. And so I have to ask you guys, I mean, aside from the No Knot, right? Because obviously that's something that every angler should definitely have in their tackle box is these rigs, right? But aside from the No Knot, what's something that you use in your tackle box? Like you're kind of like a go-to?
Go-to in the tackle box would be like, I feel like weights are really the only thing you need. Like the No Knot handles everything else. Maybe some other leaders. The other cool thing about No Knot is you can switch out the leader for other types of fish to throw it on. I've done some flounder fishing with some flounder leaders that I just threw on, and it always works great. So, yeah.
Nice, man. And so really quick, as a last minute kind of thing, I would love to know where everyone can find you guys online as far as Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, your website. So where can they find you to be able to buy this?
So at No Knot Fishing Co. on Instagram. To buy it, you got to go to www.noknotfishingco.com, and on there we actually launched sales a few weeks ago now. We've been doing great.
Awesome. Well, you guys seen it here. You've seen it here at Tacklemeet. These guys are up and coming for sure and have developed some great products that actually work. Personally have used it, personally have caught some big stuff, and I know that these things are reliable. So if anything, guys, thank you for being here at Tacklemeet again. Really appreciate
Thank you.
And have a fun time out there, guys. Let's get those lines wet.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. So we're here at Tacklemeet. We got, I'm assuming that the name is Chum Bags,
Yes.
right? HB Chum Bags. So you guys got all kinds of merch and everything like that going on, and want to learn a little bit more about your guys' company and just kind of see what you guys got going on here. So who wants to head it off first?
I will.
Speak to the owner. The owner? You're the owner?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Take it away.
Okay, so when I was in 6th grade, I wanted to start a fishing club, so I called it the Chum Bags. And then later on, in like middle of 7th grade, I started making shirts, and it used to be HB Chum Bags, and we still have some products that have HB on it, but now we just changed it to Chum Bags because I feel like it just sounded better. And we've just been going ever since, and we grow more and more every day, and we just are so stoked to be here, and we just are just so excited. And these are my boys, Andrew, Cam, and Henry, and my girl.
We got one big reel.
But you guys want to say anything?
No. Let's go, Chum Bags.
20 for 30, a hat.
So,
talk to the camera.
We made this because they wanted to sell stuff to get money.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Hey, we love money. That's good. That's good. You got to have money in order to be fishing, right? And I take it that you guys are their parents?
Yes.
Yeah? So as far as mom?
Yes.
All right, mom. Let's see. What do you guys have to say as far as the business and the success so far?
I'm just really proud of Liam, and his buddies are really supportive, and he works hard. I mean, we went to the Tacklemeet a couple weeks ago, and he started walking around and meeting all the guys, and everyone's like, you got to get a booth here, and he made it happen, and it's keeping me on my toes, come home from work and then we're off and running, so I'm really excited for him.
That's awesome. And to have a son that's a business owner.
Oh,
I
mean, come
really
on.
cool?
Yeah. I mean, he learned from his dad because his dad's the big fisherman, so.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect. Well,
yeah.
let's hear from Dad. Let's definitely hear from Dad. Dad, what do you got to say about your son's success and, the family success and business success so far?
Well, it started a long time ago when he was just a little boy with fishing, and introduced him to it, and we've never looked back, you know. It's been a long road, and he's introduced his friends, and his friends have looked at him, you know, getting the business together and being part of it, and being here today. These guys helped him out, you know, so it's not only family, it's friends, and it's you guys at this meet that, you know, inspire him and are a big part of his life, you know, just showing him the road and how to take it, and how to be successful. So hopefully, you know, one day he's big enough to be able to own his own company and run it successfully. So thanks for, you know, all the help and support.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your guys' help and support, and supporting a young entrepreneur as well. And it's so amazing. Not only are you starting a company, but you're getting your friends involved and your family. You're keeping your family on your toes. That's awesome, man. You're using your mind for that. But it's really good to be able to be an entrepreneur myself and see other entrepreneurs coming up, and to see them as young as yourself. How old are you, Liam?
I'm 13, about to turn 14 on November 15th.
That's awesome. So he's a super young entrepreneur, and that is, you know, what we can always look forward to, you know, the upcoming generations and stuff like that, creating brands. So, man, get out there, keep the lines wet, right? Just enjoy your guys' time. But thank you for interviewing with us. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's right. Where can we find you guys online?
So this is one of our business cards.
It may be blurry, so where can they find you as far as you know,
You
Instagram?
can find us on Instagram, and we just created a TikTok account. They're both called Chum Bags. It'll probably pop up. This is one of our designs, and I'm the owner and the president. And we come from Huntington Beach because that's why it used to be called HB Chum Bags. But yeah.
So Instagram, Chum Bags, TikTok, Chum Bags. Used to be HB, but now he's going worldwide. Do you guys have YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But
Just not as much yet?
Not as much yet.
Okay, when you're starting to get those big ones on there, let me know, and I'll show you how to do some video editing for YouTube and stuff. But until then, guys, you know, just keep the lines wet, have yourselves a good time, and enjoy the success, man. High five.
Thank you.
There it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Tacklemeet with Seth from Pacific Surface Irons. Now, Seth, I gotta say, man, I've been seeing these things pop up a lot more lately, a lot more popular. I've been seeing them on Instagram and stuff like that as far as surface irons go. But what sets you apart as far as your business and stuff, and the surface irons that you provide? Because I remember you were telling me a little bit about it last time, but I want you to dive into it for the audience with me.
Well, with the surface irons, they're all, the ones we carry here are all CNC milled, top of the line. They're all guaranteed swimmers. A lot of them are powder coated, got top of the line TIG welded rings. I carry 3 different brands, which have a lot of different variety per brand. So these are ones that are good. They're guaranteed swimmers. You can't go wrong with them.
That's pretty awesome. And so when you say that they're you know, they're CNC milled and stuff like that, what exactly does that mean, and why does that kind of like set it apart?
What CNC means is they're put on a machine and they're milled exactly same every time. So when they make these irons, they have to swim. They're guaranteed swimmers. So in every one of them is exactly the same.
Nice. And that's opposed to like how they used to do them. I assume that they used to just kind of like pour them.
They were poured before, but CNC's it's a newer system with technology, and they're good.
That's pretty awesome, man. So what have you been fishing for lately? Has it mainly been tuna, or you've been going out there fishing for different things?
Yellowtails mainly. I haven't got my tunas yet. I got to go back out there before they go away. But yeah.
Nice, man. And so as far as being at a place like Tacklemeet, now there's a plethora of knowledge that's out here, right? You have tons of guys that are coming out here. You have tons of guys that are selling old stuff, new stuff, you know, old rods, reels, jigs, anything and everything in between, from gear to, you know, the fishing gear itself to the clothes and all this stuff, right? But the best product that's out here, aside from your CNC surface irons that are guaranteed to swim, right? Best product out here, I have to say, is knowledge. So
That
I've been
is true.
asking a lot of people and a lot of different vendors and stuff. What's the knowledge that you want to impart on the next generation of anglers that are coming up? What do you got to say to those guys that are just coming out and starting?
Well, there's a lot of people coming in. They don't know a lot about fishing. There's the thing with Tacklemeet is there's, like you say, there's so many people here and there's so much knowledge. Just go vendor to vendor and ask questions. They'll help you out.
Nice, man. And so I have to ask you, what's your go-to, because I'm asking everybody this, what's your go-to in the tackle box?
The Galaxy mixer right there.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is
Right
it?
here. This is the Galaxy mixer. Shows up in the sun like crazy. It's a beautiful jig. Surface iron CNC, like everything is CNC'd on it. TIG welded rings, offset hips. That's just my go-to right there.
Nice. That's pretty cool, and I like that offset too.
Yeah, it's got the offset hips, offset ring holes, everything you want in the surface iron, because this is a guaranteed swimmer.
Nice, man. Well, if anything, I definitely want to see how some of these things work. One of these days, we got to get on a boat together, man. So, but thanks for being at Tacklemeet, brother.
sir.
I really appreciate it. I appreciate the knowledge that you got, man. Anyways, keep it up, bro. All right, guys, we're here at Tacklemeet. We're here with Sal and Bullet Jigs. And Sal, man, I got to say, these things are beautiful. Now, I know you resell some of this stuff, but these guys, you're making handmade, right?
Yeah, all handmade. I got 2.5, 3 gram, and 3.5. And they're done with a UV powder coat and an airbrush. And at the end, I do clear coat them. As you can see right here. Here we go. Yeah, they're good for lakes, for all that trout season that's coming up. These really kill it. Everybody loves them. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, Sal. So really quick, I'm asking everybody a quick question, right? What's your go-to in your tackle box, man?
It's got to be the right here, the Tiger. That one, woo, lightning, regular trout, kills it every time.
Nice, man. And so where can people find you on like Instagram and stuff like that?
Yeah, Sal's Bullet Jigs. You can find me there, or bigcartel.com. You can find me there as well.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, man. Thank you for taking a quick flash interview with us, man. I appreciate it.
My brother, thank you.
And shoot, we'll catch you out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Steve at Tacklemeet, the main man, the guy that puts it all together. And man, you know what? I gotta say, you trimmed up the beard, didn't you? Yeah, I did too. I was like, where did it go? So anyways, man, you're here in Long Beach, and it's been a journey. I've seen you now in La Habra, I've seen you in Costa Mesa, and now we're here at Long Beach. Tons of vendors, tons of people out today. Great turnout. What do you got to say for the people, man? What's going on?
Oh man, come on down. Still, we still got time, but this is I think my best location, the most fun. We get more people here. The booths, we got like 56 booths or something like that. But yeah, this is a good one. I'm gonna be out here more often now. We just locked in this location, so. Just keep an eye out, but this is a good one to come out to because you can go straight from here to the water, go fish, test everything out, come back and be like, hey, this
didn't work.
This didn't work.
Give me another one.
I know, right?
That's the best part is like with fishermen, we're like, you know what, that one didn't work, but give me just that one that's right there that's next to it. It could be like one shade lighter.
Yeah, you never know,
You never
right?
know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
So anyways, man, it's been inspiring being able to see a lot of these people come out here and stuff and being able to interact with all the other fishermen and stuff. I want to know, in your tackle box, what's your go-to?
In my tackle box, right now it's the poppers. I got the poppers for tuna, but that and Taddy lures.
Okay.
Taddy lures, yeah. Pacific surface irons. Surface irons are like my go-to usually.
Nice. So you're hitting up tuna a lot lately.
Yeah. I go to Catalina most of the time. I'm just starting to use some plastics now. Like I use manifest bait, for the calicos, stuff like that. I haven't started using Reaper, but that's one I want to learn. Reaper slow pitch, the slow pitches. But I don't do very much inshore fishing. But it seems like a lot of fun,
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun.
It's a lot less gas. I have a boat myself, so if I can start learning how to, right now I'm a lobster guy, so that's my number one passion is lobster. So
lobster season just started.
So I'm gonna be out there this next week with my hoop nets and Usually, like I try to do a little bit here in the beginning, but I usually go out probably like the late January, February, March, you know, when everybody's already done.
Yeah.
By the way. A lot of people are out there right now, so try to stay
I
away
was going to
from
say,
all
as soon as the 26th happened, we live right there and we kind of see off the coast and just nothing but lights like in the ocean.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
watching everybody fish for lobster.
Yeah. So that's what got me hooked was lobster. I used to run a boat shop, so in the summer months, anytime I hit the launch ramp, people are asking me questions, or like I couldn't get my boat in the water because I'm helping somebody else get their boat in the water.
Yeah.
And by the time I get my boat in the water, I'm already tired. You know, it's already late. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just go home or whatever. But at night, there's not that many people out at the launch ramp.
Yeah.
So and I was off work. I'd be like, okay, let's go. So that was the only time I really had to fish. So that's how I got hooked onto lobster.
Nice. And so, you know, being that it just happened to be lobster season opening, you know, that's your passion and stuff like that. What do you have to say to those guys that are just getting started in lobster? Because I know you've talked to the fishermen before. The lobster, it seems like it's a totally different game.
Yeah, I would
What's
tell
the
them
one tip?
I would just tell them to stay with the fishing. Stay fishing. Yeah. Stay away from lobster. It's no fun. Don't do it.
Don't be taking Steve's lobsters.
Yeah, no. There's plenty of fish in the sea, is what they say, right? Not lobsters, though. There's plenty of fish, not lobster.
Well, if anything, man,
You heard
I'm
it
so
first
glad.
here.
So glad that you guys are out here. So glad that you guys are giving the opportunity to all these guys to be out here and promote their businesses, as well as not only, you know, I guess you could say to help out like the fishing community, you know, as anglers coming out trying to learn or anything. But man, you're giving such a good opportunity to the business owners themselves to be able to come out here, pitch their business, get in front of the customers. And like you said before, you know, you're actually getting to talk to the manufacturers that are making the gear,
Right.
as opposed to, you know, buying it secondhand at a retailer or something like that. You're getting to see the real thing right here.
Right. Yeah, that's the best part. You know what I mean? Everybody's really friendly, so you can get as much information as you can from them. You know, they're here to help. You know, not only just to sell the product, but to make sure that you're using it correctly, to make sure you're getting bit. You know what I mean? So that's the best part.
Right. All right, man. So you guys heard it here. Stay away from the lobster because they're all Steve's. Now, make sure you guys get out there, enjoy yourselves. But when you get the chance, make it out to Tacklemeet. Now, when's the next Tacklemeet going to be taking place?
The next one, and we're coming to San Diego County. So October 25th in the city of Lakeside. That's San Diego County. And then after that, we're back in Costa Mesa, November 15th.
Okay. So October 25th?
Yeah.
October 25th, San Diego County. Then you have November, what was it? November what?
November 15th.
November
Costa Mesa.
November 15th in Costa Mesa, guys. So make sure that you guys get out here, check out the tackle meets, because they are definitely worth the while of coming out here and checking this stuff out and really getting that knowledge that you're going to need to be successful out there on the water. So thanks again, Steve.
Yeah, thank you, man. Take care. Thanks. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it.